In this presentation, I will summarize you the triage approach adopted by the Visus methodology in order to define the safety upgrading strategies, so the triage, the technical triage for planning. When decision makers need to take a decision about a specific aspect, they usually follow the following phases of the decision-making process. First of all, there is the intelligent phase. This phase consists in the problem discovery in terms of identification of the critical issues, of the intervention needs, of the resources needs in order to solve the problem. Then there is the design phase that consists in the solution discovery. That means identification of the possible solutions, of all the possible solutions or strategies in order to define a solution to the problem they are approaching. Then there is the choice phase, because in the previous phase, the decision maker defined more than one solution, more than one strategy. Then they choose the most appropriate, the most effective solution according to their needs. After these phases, there can be the action plan for the implementation of the defined strategies. The Visus methodology provides an answer to the first phase of the decision-making approach. That means provides an answer to the intelligent phase, to the problem discovery, and provides the Visus indicators concerning the safety situation, the intervention needs, and the resources needs in order to upgrade the safety of the schools. When decision makers need to prepare an action plan for a large number of schools, they need to understand the safety situation of a large number of school facilities, of learning facilities. And so, as we have seen previously, they need to provide an answer to different concerns. So what is the safety situation? Which school should be prioritized, why, what are the interventions necessary in order to upgrade the safety, how much would the retrofitting or the replacement cost, how many interventions are feasible as a consequence with available resources. After knowing all these concerns, all these elements of information, the decision maker can step to the design phase, the choice phase, and the action plan for implementation, and so mitigate the risk in the schools in their territory. Visus provides support in order to have the information for defining an effective action plan according to the criteria identified by the decision makers. When the number of schools to access is large, so in the cases we are analyzing during this module, a good solution is to proceed with a progressive focus on the problem. Considering the whole portfolio of the schools, for example, in a country, there is a necessity to have an inventory of all the schools in the country, and for this inventory we have a large number of schools and we have a unitary administration management approach. On these schools, on a part of these schools, it will be possible to apply a triage approach. So a quick evaluation approach on the schools that are considered the set of schools that need the most attention at the beginning. So the triage approach consists in a very rapid assessment considering multi-hazard perspective that identifies the critical situation and the intervention and the resources needs. This triage approach applied on a quite large set of schools allows to define a prioritization among these schools and to allocate the resources in order to upgrade the safety in specific schools and define an overall plan of intervention on these schools. So, after a triage approach applied on a subset of the first portfolio of schools, you can have a priority definition considering the intervention needs and the resources necessary for these interventions. And you can answer to the questions, which one first, why and how these schools, in order to have a rational use of the resources. After this step, you can go to each single school and proceed with the intervention phase. And there you can have a deep and focalized assessment, obviously multi-hazard. You can design detailedly the interventions. You can provide a specific definition of the resources required for that intervention, and then proceed with the application of the intervention itself. Obviously, this step should be applied by a professional with technical skills